So Dan, people might have heard of this game by another name from a while back. Can you give us a little of the history, because it's had an interesting development history?
Sure. So the game was initially developed as a new IP. It was a new IP for a few years, the premise of the game being you're an undercover police officer in Hong Kong. At that point, it got the name True Crime Hong Kong, and it was branded. Then now we're working with Square Enix on the project, and it's Sleeping Dogs. The cool part for fans of the game is that nothing other than the name changed. We've still been working with the same game team the whole time. We've had the same characters, same voice actors, same features. So we've had continuity in terms of development. And we've been working on it 4.5 years now. So the additional time we've gotten has been fantastic, and the game's feeling really polished and coming out in just over a couple of months.
Okay, Dan, so tell us what's happening. Is this right at the beginning of the game? What are we going to see?
So this is one of the early sequences in the game where your main character, Wei, on the right-hand side, he's come back to Hong Kong, and he's been sort of set up and put into prison so that he can meet an old childhood friend of his, Jackie Ma, and basically to try and re-infiltrate the Triads.
Jackie Ma is still the same old. It's good to see you.
What the fuck? They finally deport your ass from the United States?
It was mutual. Time I came home anyway.
Yeah, lock up. Home sweet home. So what they get you on?
Nothing that'll stick.
Ha! Well, don't let them pin any extra shit on you. Fuckers will try, let me tell you. Once they hear you're from Old Prosperity, happens all the time.
Hey, so you still in touch with any of the guys from there?
A few, you know. People kind of go their separate ways, but... You remember Winston? He's moved all the way up to Redpole in the Sun On Yee. Got a couple of things going with him right now, matter of fact.
Huh. Redpole and the Sun On Yee. Shit, Dog Eyes always said he'd be running that neighborhood.
Oh, Dog Eyes is a Redpole too. It's still a total poke guy. He was the one who got Winston in. They were pretty tight back then, but now... Hey, wasn't Dog Eyes hanging with your sister?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Hey, remember when we were kids and you stabbed Dog Eyes with a pen? You totally saved my ass that day. Oh man, I gotta tell Winston that story. He'll fucking love it. Man, Wei fucking Shen in the flesh. I can't believe it. Looks like I'm out of here.
Hey, Jackie. So look, if you and Winston ever need help with any of that shit you got going on with him...
Of course, man. Look me up when you get out. It'll just be like old times.
The back of Winston's mother's kitchen, where they do a lot of their dealings. Sort of a traditional Chinese restaurant. We've really tried to capture the true sort of essence and culture of Hong Kong. And the team, we've gone down, done numerous trips down there, taken tens of thousands of photos of the city itself to try and make it look as photorealistic as possible. So here there's a street festival going on, which is common if there is a new restaurant or store opening to bring good luck and prosperity. So there's dragon dancers, fire breathers, fireworks, firecrackers, all inside a very large open world game. So all the major landmarks in Hong Kong are still intact, but we've played a lot with the sort of layout of the island to basically best suit gameplay. But we did the majority of the voice acting down in Hong Kong, and a lot of the people that you'll bump into, you'll notice they're actually speaking to you in Cantonese. We've implemented some new elements into an open world game, like the idea of when you buy food items, that it gives you a buff, much like you see sort of in a role-playing game. So in this case, Wei is having a bowl of soup, and it'll give him a health regen. Apparently he does not believe in recycling. So for the next sort of 10-15 minutes, you'll see this icon up in the top right corner, indicating that I have that buff working. And you can combine them and get several different buffs. So if I had a pork bun, it would give me increased melee damage. An energy drink would give me increased accuracy when shooting. And we also included the idea of having clothing items. So if you get 3 clothing items that belong together as part of a set, you'll get a gameplay bonus that entire time you're wearing that item. My personal favorite outfit that you can get is the tourist. And when you go and buy an item, everything costs 20% more. So there's not actually a really good gameplay buff, but we thought it was pretty funny anyways.
Hey, got a moment?
Always got time. What do you need?
I'm looking for Ming. You know where he's at?
Yeah, he's just past the food stand around the corner.
Hey, sexy man, you want new clothes?
You make it up for me tonight, and we got a deal.
嚇？我真係要咁做？
Are you Ming?
Oh shit! Stop!
So we've implemented a free running or parkour system that by holding down the A button,
asshole.
I sprint, and that by using the left analog stick, pushing left or right, I'm able to do crowd dodging. As I get up to an object that I want to do like a free run or parkour over, a vault, I let go of the sprint button, tap it again, and I do a vault or jump or climb over top of it, like I'll do with this table here. We try to keep it all kind of simple and intuitive on a single button, but giving still the player lots of ability for additional control. And we have some events, favors in the game that are all based on doing free running moves.
Get back here, you little shit! Guys, I need your help!
A huge part of our game is the combat system. So all based in hand-to-hand martial arts combat. By tapping the X button, I do light attacks, and then by holding the X button, I do heavy attacks. So I can chain them together, do a variety of different moves, roundhouses, spin kicks. When I see someone gets an exclamation mark over their head, it means they're about to do a heavy attack against me, and I can do a counter by hitting the Y button. One of the other things I can do is press the B button, and then I'm able to use objects in the environment to my advantage. I know, that's one of my favorites too. So you're able to use objects in the environment as well, like in that case, to progress and further through the level.
It's one of Winston's guys! Take him out! Get with elbow toe higher to fuck you up! You fucking with the wrong crowd! Oh!
The red circle around the enemy's feet, that represents their health. And you'll see a little later on, some of the enemies have another special icon in between the feet. It represents their fighting style. So, although there's a couple of different buttons that you press, and so the system is quite intuitive and simple, it's also very deep. There's over almost 100 different moves you can do by just comboing moves together, by doing a grab and then doing a light attack and a few heavy attacks.
you. Fuck Dog Eyes. Winston knows this. You fuck with us, and you'll regret it.
Okay, okay. But please, make sure Dog Eyes doesn't kill me.
So we're in Way's Safe House in North Point. I've unlocked some of the achievements. And as you progress through the game, you're able to get better apartments and also upgrades for your apartments as well. And those upgrades have a gameplay benefit. So if you get something like a Wing Chun or a punching bag, you use that before you go into a mission and you get a gameplay bonus as well. So this is the north point of Hong Kong Island. And we've got a bunch of these health shrines all around the city. And as you find them and use them, every 5 you get, it gives you an overall 10% increase to your health. One of the other collectibles you can find in the world are these jade statues. You meet a martial arts instructor, and he tells you about these statues that have been stolen. And as you return them back to him, he'll then teach you new martial arts moves. So again, the player at the beginning of the game is actually quite different than later on.
You go enjoy yourself.
I can go to any one of the parking lots in the world and access any of the any of the cars that I've already acquired. There's over 65 different vehicles in the game: motorcycles, mopeds, cars, armored vehicles, fire trucks. And of course, driving on the left-hand side of the road like they do in Hong Kong and here as well. It was very confusing for us, Canadian developers. At first we kept thinking there was something wrong and our AI were driving in the wrong direction. So you can see it's a very, very large world with lots to do and explore in the city itself, not just all of the story missions that we have in place.
How does it compare to the size of actual Hong Kong? Is it a condensed version?
It's fairly similar in terms of scale, but like I said, we kind of played with the general layout to maximize some of the driving circuits. A lot of us worked on past racing games, so some may know United Front Games, we released Mod Nation Racers. As well, we're working on Little Big Planet karting right now. Well, that's a little odd. There you go. We also, a lot of us worked at Black Box for many years, working on the Need for Speed series. So we've tried to take all of that racing experience and bring that into Sleeping Dogs to really make all the moment-to-moment gameplay very exciting. And so all the different major sort of areas of the city are represented, Central being much newer. A lot of expats there, particularly high British, still influence in that part of the city. I'll just do a quick little shortcut through the promenade here. So I'm just going to jump into the mission. They've really given us that additional time to make the polish that we needed.
And how much of an upheaval was the handover from Activision to Square Enix?